Hello there. So sunrise today is at 24 minutes past 7 here in Furbo. It's very exciting. So come lie on your back. So resting on your back and feeling the earth beneath you. Just having a sense of your feet on the floor, your knees are bent, your lower back and sacrum, the length of your spine, your shoulders, your hands. And just let yourself yield just a fraction more into the earth beneath you. Allow yourself to feel the support and the resource of the earth beneath you. Feel the plane of contact. The bony bits, the fleshy bits, the places that are lighter, the places that are heavier. Nice. So feet are underneath your knees, and then just push your feet into the floor and just feel what that does. So release the push your feet down and release. And something happens into your pelvis, into your spine. So just feel that. Push your feet down, relax. Push your feet down, relax. Nice. And then push both feet down, begin to roll up along your spine. So the push of your feet will allow you to lift your pelvis, roll back down along the floor. Push your feet down, roll up along the spine. And then steadily roll back until you land on the floor. And feel that traveling sense of the rolling of the spine, the push of your spine into the floor as it snakes its way up and down. That deeply, I don't know, I always see a rolling pin rolling out pastry when I do this. It's like, it's yum. Nice. So next time you push up, stay up and just feel like you're at a distance that feels comfortable. And then push the right foot more into the floor. Really feel like you're pushing it down deeply and then relax. And then push your left foot more into the floor and then relax. Right foot pushes more. Relax. Left foot pushes more. Relax. Both feet push more, and suddenly there's more space, or there's more connectivity, or the elastic of you or the tensegrity of you supports you to go a little bit deeper with support into the posture. So I always think it's like an umbrella, that somehow something opens because of the connectivity. And then roll all the way down, land on the floor. Just rock your knees from side to side and feel your weight traveling from the left side of your pelvis to the right side of your pelvis. You're massaging, rolling, connecting, just checking in. How is my pelvis, my lower back, my belly doing today? Nice. Reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Widen your shoulders out. I felt like I lifted my shoulders up and placed them nicely on the floor there. And then lift both knees up so that your knees are bent and your feet are parallel to the floor. Nice. From here, stretch the right leg. Either touch the floor with your toes or stretch the right leg long. And then come back up. And then either touch the floor with your toes or stretch the left leg long. And come back up. Keep drawing your spine into the floor behind you. So you're connecting your weight backwards. And just right leg, left leg. Feel the connectivity or the glued to the floor feeling. Right leg, left leg. Nice. So we're going to include our arms. So right arm, right leg lengthens, or you just tap the floor with your toes. And then left arm, left leg. And maybe just tap the floor with your toes. One more time. Right arm, right leg. And then left arm, left leg. Super cool. And drop both feet to the floor and just pause there. Let yourself surrender to the floor. Cool. Roll all the way over and come up into your downward dog. So you're on your hands and knees to begin with. And then lift your knees off the floor and push back into your downward dog. And then when you're here, like we did before, push a bit extra into the right foot. Really feel like it stamps down into the floor. And then push a bit extra into the left foot. Push into the right foot. What do you do as you do that? And push into the left. Nice. Push into the right hand. Push into the left hand. Right hand. Left hand. Nice. So right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. And then all four. And suddenly again, there's that feeling of connectivity through my whole body as I engage into the floor. I'm rebounding out of the floor. I'm using the floor to connect my body. Earthing down to rise up, using gravity to create levity. Nice. Walk your feet forward. Bring your elbows to your knees. And just pause there. Roll all the way up and come up to stand. So every month is different. So this month it seems like we're heading into balancing, but it's not about extreme balancing. It's just about how do you balance? Where do you find your center? So stand with your feet a little bit apart, like you're standing normally. Like we never stand with our feet totally together. So maybe 3 inches, 4 inches apart. And then just let your weight travel to the left foot. And as you do so, what happens in your left chest and shoulder? And then bring your weight into your right foot. What happens in your right chest and right shoulder? So just feel that. Feel the way it travels with you. As you travel, as you shift your weight, maybe let one foot float, you kind of almost lean from one side to the other. So that's great when you're just lifting a foot up, but when you're balancing, sometimes that works against us. So if we're doing the big reaching balance, then that works. But we're doing centered balances, it doesn't work. So bring your right hand straight out to the side and imagine that you're pushing your right hand into the wall. There is no wall. Don't let a wall be there. But in your imagination, your palm is on the wall and you're really solid and pushing into the wall. And you feel it and you see it in your mind's eye and you feel it in your hands. And now lift your right foot off the floor. Oh, left foot off the floor. Leave your right foot where it is. Lift your left foot off the floor, keeping your right hand on the wall. And notice how suddenly the architecture of the right side of your body is different. And bring your foot to the floor. So again, arm really solid, hand on the wall. And then lift your left foot off the floor. And just feel that. Something has changed. We're not shifting all of our weight suddenly. We're staying really centered somehow. The right hand resting on the imaginary wall is creating a structure for us to balance into. Nice, drop your arm down. Other side. Left hand out to the side. If you have any difficulty with your arms, you can do it with your elbow on the wall. Imaginary elbow on the wall. Left hand out, imagine the wall, really push it deeply into the wall, connecting with your mind's eye. And then lift the right foot off the floor. And notice how you didn't lean when you did that. You probably stayed pretty center as you pushed your left hand into an imaginary wall and lift your right foot off the floor. Nice, and lowering down. One more time, just bring all the weight into your right foot and notice how you lean. Bring all your weight into your left foot and you lean, you travel. You can probably see it on the screen even that I'm kind of penduluming, if that's a word, from side to side. Bring your right hand out. Connect, lift your left foot, and keep it there. So really push your right hand into that imaginary wall. Stare at your point of focus. Feel like your right foot is dynamic and able to do the micro movement of balancing. The top of your head is rising, and you're stable. Nice, lower your foot to the floor. Other side, connect your left hand to an imaginary wall. Really feel it. And lift your right foot off the floor and just hold that. These are all tricks from Aikido. Aikido uses a lot of this sense of spatial awareness to create balance in the body. Yoga does it too through these things called drishti, which are staring points. But the hand holding onto the wall is Aikido. Nice, and lowering your foot to the floor. How cool, guys. So stand to the front of your mat. No, stand to the side of your mat. So you're facing towards the or whatever side of the mat you're facing in, and then step your foot wide. So you're going to come into triangle. So you're on 3 foot wide. Turn your right foot towards the front of your mat. Turn your left foot at a 45-degree angle. So bend your knees a little bit. And then push your feet into the floor and really straighten your legs. And then soften your knees again. And then push your feet into the floor, straighten your legs, and then bring your hands to your hips and tuck your tailbone under. So as you do that, you'll feel more connection through the front of your belly. Rise through your spine and reach wide into your arms. Feet are pushing down, your spine is getting taller. Bring your left hand to your hip, and I'm going to hold on to the bones at the front of my hip. Bring your right hand to your thigh, slide sideways. And as you slide sideways, that left hip is staying facing forward. And then slide down to whatever point feels right. Reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Push down into your feet, straighten your legs. Tuck your tailbone, rise through the spine, and widen through your arms. How would you get longer up through the top of your head as you push down into your feet? Find that push into the floor that elevates the whole of your body. Don't collapse downwards. Rise, reach, deepen. Finding your breath and slowing it down. Nice. Bend your left elbow. Soften your knees, slowly coming up. Turn your toes towards the other side. So bring your left foot so it's pointing towards the back of your mat. Turn your right foot at a 45-degree angle. Bend your knees a little bit. Straighten into your legs. Tuck your tailbone. Rise through your spine and reach wide into your arms. Feel like everything is connected. And then bring your right hand to your hip. Hold on to the bones at the front of your pelvis. Bring your left hand to your thigh and slide sideways, keeping your right shoulder moving backwards as you slide downwards. Nice. Push into your feet, straighten your legs, tuck your tailbone, rise through your spine, and then widen into your arms. Reach your right fingers to your shoulder, dial in your twist, and then reach upwards. So how would you push into your feet and get taller through the top of your head? Like, how would you feel your whole body expanding from the connection down into your feet? Like, imagine that umbrella image really sticks with me. It's like a reaching, opening dynamic through the body. Nice. Bend your elbow. Slide all the way back up, softening your knees. Bring your feet towards each other. So we're going to look at that standing thing because that's going to be a really deep foundation this month. So feet are hip distance apart. And just stand kind of schlumped, that sense of just soft into everything. Your knees are slightly bent, your pelvis is soft, your spine is soft. And now push your feet into the floor. And as you do that, my knees begin to straighten and my bum squeezes a little bit. And then tuck your tailbone. So bring your hands to your belly. And instead of your belly dropping forward and your bum sticking out, you tuck your tailbone under. So the tailbone is dropping down towards the floor and you're just drawing your navel upwards, but it is continuous with the floor. So push your feet down, straighten your legs, tuck your tailbone, and then rise through your spine. Feel the top of your head rising towards the ceiling. Reach your arms out and then up. If one of your arms doesn't want to do that, then just keep it bent by your side. So push down into your feet, straighten your legs, tuck your tailbone, rise through your spine, reach into your fingers. And again, push down into your feet, straighten your legs, tuck your tailbone, rise through your spine, reach into your fingertips. So just it's like this wave of connection through the body. Again, feet, legs, pelvis, spine, top of your head, fingertips. More. Feet, legs, pelvis, spine, top of your head, fingertips.
And now let that rest. Let your weight drop into the earth. Let everything soften. Nice. So standing at the front of your mat. So your hips are now facing the front of your mat. Step your right foot back so your hips are still facing the front of your mat. So make sure that you're not gone so far that your hips have started turning towards the right. Bring your hands to your hips and like a steering wheel, turn your hips to the front of your mat. Nice. So reach your right hand up towards the ceiling and then push into your right heel and reach incredibly long through the right side of your body. So my heel is drawing back, my right leg is straight, my fingers are reaching. Soften your front knee and slowly begin to glide forward. Your front knee is slightly bent or a lot bent. Bring your right hand down until it holds onto your thigh or your shin. And then begin to straighten the front leg and draw that left shoulder back. So as we did before, feet, legs, pelvis, spine, top of your head and arms. You can tuck that left hand all the way over to your right hip and just deepen your breath into your belly. Nice. Soften your front knee. Reach your right hand forward. Glide all the way up. Change. Step your right foot forward. Step the left foot back. Left foot's at a 45-degree angle. Right hand is to your hip. Reach your left hand up. Push down into your feet. Tuck your tailbone. Lengthen through your spine and reach long into that left arm. Like your whole left side is getting longer. Nice. Soften your front knee and reach as far out and forward, keeping the left heel anchored. Reach forward. Bring your left hand all the way down until it lands somewhere down on the left shin, left thigh, and then draw the right shoulder back. You can tuck your right hand all the way over to your hip if you wish. Feet, legs, pelvis, spine, top of your head and arms. How do you use the floor to be more connected here? I haven't turned my head. I'm looking down towards my foot still. When you turn your head, it's more about balance. And just feel, sense, deepen into the floor. Nice. Soften. Reach your left hand forward, coming all the way up. Step forward. Super cool. So grab your stones and come sit on your mat. So stones there. I've been having texts about stories of stones, people who have stones from the west coast of Ireland, and they brought them with them, and they now have their stones with them, and they connect to the land of their home, or just the stories of stones. So just feel your stones. If you don't have stones, then grab something. But as a plan, do go get some stones. And just sit up really tall. Nice. And then take your two stones and bring them to the floor forward, wherever that is for you. That could be either side of your knees, either side of your calves. It could be near your ankles. Doesn't matter. Don't force it, okay? Just bring your hands forward and then come back. And then bring both hands beside your hips and then reach your right hand forward and like chess, slide your right rock forward. And then slide your left block forward. And just do that. Right, glide it a little bit more forward. Left, forward. Right, forward, left, forward. And then when you get to the point where you can't reach any further, just reach your right hand towards your rock, and I'm just about tipping my fingertips off it. Come back. And then left hand, just about tipping my fingertips off it. So that's all well and good, but if I'm functionally trying to get to my rock, what do? So left hand to the floor, rock your weight over to your right bum, and then do whatever you need to do to reach forward for the right rock with your right hand. Okay, what do? I lift my left bum, I push my left hand down, pull your rock back, and then right side, push your hand into the floor, reach with your left hand forward. Nice. One more time, we'll do that. Slide your right rock forward, left rock, right, left. Reach for it, pick it up. How do you pick it up? I push my opposite hand into the floor, lift my bum, come all the way back. Nice. So bring your feet as wide as your mat, or maybe 2 foot wide. Hold on to your rocks in your hands, and then drop both knees down to the right. And just sit up tall there. Zigzag to the right. Glide your hands around the corner, perhaps, towards the right a little bit more. They'll get stuck. Maybe the right hand goes a little bit further. And then come back and glide your hands over towards the left. And as you glide to the left, bring your knees back up to center. Drop your knees down towards the left. Pause there, long and tall. And then slide your hands over towards the left. Maybe the left hand travels a little bit more. And as they come back, lift your knees. One more time each side. Both knees down to the right. Glide your arms around the corner to the right. And then both knees towards the left. Glide your arms around the corner to the left. Super cool. So come sit into a cross-legged position for just a moment. Hold on to your rocks. And just feel the weight of them in your hands. And how are your hands doing around your rocks? Are they soft and easy? Noticing your breath. Maybe just check in there, feet, legs, pelvis, spine, top of your head, arms. And what's your connection to the floor, to the earth right now? Nice. So we're going to take 1 minute and lie on the floor. Or you can spend a lot longer if you wish, but just come lie on the floor, knees are bent. And you're going to take your 2 little rocks, and you're going to place one on your navel and the other one on your heart. And then just rest your arms long beside you. And you have to find kind of the geography of where that'll work for you. For many different reasons, there can be dynamics going on. So just find, where do you rest? One near your belly and one near your heart. And then just rest yourself down and feel the weight of your stones. As you breathe, can you feel them rise and fall? And just another 2 more breaths. Just really letting that settle. You can stay there as long as you like. Or you can grab your stones, give them a squeeze, give thanks for the bones of the earth that you hold in your hands. It's so beautiful. So today I want you to think about, in your own time, about resources. So resources are the things in your life that bring a sense of okayness and wellness on the inside to you. And maybe if you have time, or if you have the inclination, just write down the things that you love doing. So for example, it could be listening to opera, more so than going to opera, so make it real as well. So listening to opera, going for walks, swimming in the sea, whatever it might be. And then maybe just beside the list of resources that you make, how often do I listen to opera? Oh, it's 5 years ago. Maybe you should listen to opera more often. So resources are the things that we cultivate inside us. And the more we cultivate our sense of okayness on the inside, the more that it's equal to the forces that create pressure and stress from the outside. And so now we all have to be working really deeply on our resources. So being here is an amazing resource. Having your stones is a resource. So nice. Be well, and good luck with your resources. There will be a little video going up on YouTube sometime today about, I'll just explain a little bit more about resources, okay? Great. Ciao.